how we are capable to stay calm and cool, in particular in the first 30 minutes.
All the best for tonight, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
With an average age of just over 24, a very young and dynamic Cape Town Spurs is here to do a job, and that is to become the third team in the DStv Premiership this season to come to the Orlando Stadium and walk away with a full haul of points. Statistically, the best team in the DStv Premiership in 2024 is Spurs. 2 matches played, 6 points garnered, 5 goals scored, only 1 conceded. Orlando Pirates will be saying not on my watch, because the last time they did host a side from the mother city, they lost by 3 goals to 1. Furthermore, is that aforementioned incentive of winning and going into second place, which would be a fine spot to be ahead of the Soweto derby at the weekend. Tato.
Well, thank you so much, Lwazi, for yet another brilliant crossing. Definitely looking at perspective. It is a new year, new broom to sweep, and you can hear the coaches, the likes of Ernst Middendorp, are hoping that those points do come in racking, starting with tonight. But let's also remind you about that Orlando Pirates starting lineup for this game against Cape Town Spurs. Coach Jose Riviero obviously making some changes from the team that won against Polokwane City away at the weekend. And when we look at those changes, the options that he has on the bench, Dikang, we did say a very, very attacking side. But what else stands out from that starting lineup that the Pirates has chosen today?
I think looking at the midfield as well, Makaula comes in, of course, usually it's Tim, Nare. But I think Makaula, for me, he's a more defensive midfielder. I think your vintage defensive midfielder. He sits and he spreads the passes. That allows the more dynamic players, your Mufugengs, your Kimvridi, to actually do the more offensive work. And I think that gives you stability. Mbata as well in the middle of the park. I think that's the stability Pirates has.
A lot of stability for Orlando Pirates come from that win against Polokwane City. Only 1 goal coming to this home game. Want to keep up that pristine record, and a few changes. Obviously, no Olise Nda today, but for a Pirates side needing to make sure that they go confidently into the night on Saturday, this team and how they look tonight are a team that Pirates can be proud of. But is it a team that can definitely challenge a Cape Town Spurs who come in really, really on a rich vein of form?
Yeah, I think so. I think the coach has stuck to that momentum, the rhythm, the synergy of the team. You have a player like Maswanganyi, who I think for me pulls all the strings in that midfield. Tito pulls all the strings, and complemented by Kimvridi. Exciting players, but also Mufugeng. Players that are able to give you those successful dribbles, players who are good on 1v1 battles, players who also have the ability to play in between the lines, and that's what you want sometimes. Play a little bit inverted to allow the likes of Munyane as well, when they get an opportunity to bomb up forward. So, but the tactical discipline, when they too, on that transition that Spurs always like to have, can they get behind the ball as soon as possible?
While tactically we know that Ernst Middendorp is definitely astute. Question is, can the team get that messaging? This is the lineup that he has chosen this evening for the Urban Warriors to face up against Orlando Pirates tonight. And for the Urban Warriors, a team that obviously come from a 2-0 win against the Rockers at TS Galaxy, having played so well. Ernst Middendorp has definitely given them hats off for their performance against Galaxy at the weekend, Khan.
Yeah, and look, of course, in the lineup, you've got players like, Velebai, but Cupido, of course, stands out because of the 6 goals he scored. So he'll be the guy looking, they'll be looking, 2-4 goals. But on the bench, I think for me, that's another interesting thing. Denun Farmer, of course, comes in. You still have Maduna there, the former Amazulu player. I think options there on the bench. Buchanan is there as well for experience, maybe coming in.
Sorry?
Yeah, so Buchanan as well, Radiopani, I think will give them that offensive aspect, yeah.
That definitely will give them an offensive prowess. And we obviously spoke a lot about the Pewas and Ashley Cupido and Liam Byrne. But who else can really trouble and test and perhaps put their hand up for Cape Town Spurs and say, I also want to be a name that's mentioned when it comes the end of the game?
I think contribution-wise and really holding that midfield, a player like Mapate, who comes from Richards Bay as well. I think alongside Byrne, the double pivot is going to be so important against Makaula, who I think, like Terminator says, vintage, but also hard tackling and maybe the physicality of the game, winning that ball possession back and spraying those passes where necessary. A player like Mapate for me and alongside Byrne, they become very important in that midfield, but also dropping just to assist the defenders, because we know how Orlando Pirates love to overload that midfield. So their roles, whether they're linking up with the defenders or moving up forward on the transition, how quick enough can they assist the attackers is going to be quite key.
Going to be quite key, but lest we forget that Cape Town Spurs still only have 10 points on the log, which is very, very concerning. But nonetheless, they finally got the goings in 2024, looking to add more. And that's why I'm saying that it's so important to also watch the Chippa United and Richards Bay game, because the way it turns out also has effect on the likes of Orlando Pirates and Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah, it does. Look, oppositions that they've been up against, I think they've done well in terms of getting the 3 goals. That is, of course, Cape Town's best. The 3 goals and the 2 goals. I mean, 5 goals in 2 games from not getting anything. For me, it says a lot. But where will the goals come from if they have to beat a team like Orlando Pirates? I think, players like Velepai, of course, Cupido Pewa, will be obviously up against Bomayela, on the left-hand side, as well as Monyane. Monyane, will he be pushing up? Maybe that's where you should exploit some of the spaces behind him, as well as Mayela, who will be sitting probably four at the back. I mean, with Monyane playing as a right back.
Well, I was going to ask Dikang and Amanda for their predictions, because I have to look at my SuperSport bet ticket. But in the meantime, you can definitely make sure to set up your calendars and wait for the most amazing part 2 of Chasing the Sun as we look yet again at the Springboks winning the World Cup. Well then, tonight, as we did say, 2 games postponed on the DStv Premiership, but we do have 3 games on the go. Chippa United taking on Richards Bay, Babina Noko against Royal AM, and of course Orlando Pirates and the Urban Warriors.
Mbona mina kufanele uqala ugezwe ngaphambi kokuthi ubuyele emsebenzini yabo.
Ngizolanda yonke into yami la ekhaya. Noma la ngikwazela ukungithethisa mina pho ngiyini?
Ungalingi kuhlangana izinto engahlangani yazo Sibongile.
Baba kwazi ukuthi esikoleni uyafunda.
Ngisadele lutho mina kuhlanganisa ingane yami lalomndeni lo labayithenda. Bakhohlwa ngayo.
Ukhona uvuma? Ubani? Thaba.
Sibongile and the Dlaminis. Monday to
Sethoma kabono udobebi wakho sikhulu yawulaya walamata ukutisisa na inya Afrika yanisabula yafeja komelelo lemeko lethoyo lulike jawula yazidodroma ulika uzobulaya lobekana kakithi awumijwa ke moya wa phedreleyo oga baba to kubiwa ke mata kusikolo obazi ya thumba zowubusa musibyo Mzansi Magic.
Wanna see it. I wanna see it in color. One for me, one for you. Little red, little pink, little blue. Wanna sweet, wanna new. Little gold, little bold, little rouge. In color.
It's the Big Brother house, but not the same way you left it. The housemates, they're the most colorful, unpredictable people in Mzansi. Join them and be a disruptor. Break free. Reach new heights. Feel the groove. Turn your world upside down.
Big Brother Mzansi Season 4 starts Sunday, 21 January at 6 p.m. Only on the home of local.
Big Brother Mzansi. Proudly sponsored by Lotto Star.
3 skinny jeans from only $4.49. Only superior trims and finishes like nickel-free hardware and reinforced seams. The only denim to choose.
Try me.
And ailing Cape Town Spurs produced the biggest shock of the DStv Premiership season thus far when they defeated Orlando Pirates in the mother city. A result that will surely add an extra layer of intrigue as these two square up again in Soweto this evening. So a very warm welcome to one and all from the Orlando Stadium. The sun is set on what has been a punishingly hot day here in Johannesburg and its surrounds. An absolute pleasure as always to be with you as we focus on the upper end but also the very bottom of the DStv Premiership standings this evening. The Buccaneers have seemingly righted the ship after ending last year on what was a rather sour note. And they are back at home for the first time in 2024, looking to make amends for what they put their fans through the last time that they strode out here at the Orlando Stadium, squandering a 2-goal lead to lose against Stellenbosch just before the turn of the year. Well, things are looking a lot rosier for Cape Town Spurs as well. They are still rooted to the foot of the table, but 2 wins from their last 2 league matches have seen them close the gap on 15th place Richards Bay to just 3 points. And having not so long ago seemed doomed to go down, they now have hope that they can stay up, and perhaps a little more importantly, they have some momentum as well. The Urban Warriors have, however, not fared particularly well away to Gauteng sides in the top flight in recent years. They are winless in their last 15 Premiership matches in this province. So in early November, a Spurs side that had lost 8 on the spin to start the season and had just lost to Pirates in the Carling knockouts, produced an absolutely stunning upset in Greenpoint to record their first points of the campaign. A slightly different dynamic as the two sides meet here tonight. So we'll introduce you to the lineups here this evening, with Orlando Pirates having made 2 changes from the side that overcame Polokwane City on Saturday. Both of those are forced changes. So Lisanda is suspended after an accumulation of yellow cards. So Kusanat Sibisi steps in for him. He partners Tapela Kloki at the back for the 6th time in the league this season, for the first time since September. The other change sees Tsikhvatso Mabasa earn a first start since his return to the club, with Evidence Makgopa currently nursing a niggle, and perhaps with the derby in mind. So Spurs are without Mohamed Tuhuda today. He came off injured against TS Galaxy in that 2-0 win that they managed last time out over the weekend. He doesn't make the squad today. Jared Marul does return in time to partner Tanzanian centre-half Kadiel Kamagi, who has made a good start to life at Spurs since joining at the beginning of the year. The referees for today see Eugene Mkluli take charge, then Lanim Gadi and Olani Flatchwile will assist him on the flanks. So I have Stanton Fredericks alongside me, and he's going to run us through the formations.
That's looking at Orlando Pirates, as you mentioned, just the two changes there. Sabisi alongside Koki and Mabasa leading the line this evening there. Monyani will be operating on the right-hand side. We expect Maswangani to be a little bit inverted. Look for that spacing. Kimbwidi as well as Mafokeng. Looking at Cape Town Spurs, it's a very similar formation for them, 4-2-3-1.
So now we observe a moment of silence for the late Spiwe Mkonza, a great player and broadcaster. May his soul rest in peace. We wish the family strength during this trying time. Stanton, a wonderful man that you have crossed paths with, and just a word from you. You crossed paths with him briefly at the national team.
Yeah, what a gentleman there, Spiwe Mkonza. Was my roommate at Bafana Bafana. Never played with him at club level, but I tell you what, since that encounter with him, we remain friends. And what a sterling gentleman. May his soul rest in peace. All the condolences to his family and extended family.
So to the matter at hand, Orlando Pirates have an opportunity to move from 5th into 2nd place today. If they can win, they could go within 10 points of leaders Mamelodi Sundowns. Of course, avenging November's loss to Spurs is extra incentive for them here this evening. Ernst Middendorp, no stranger to rescuing teams from the threats of relegation. He has done so in the past, and is just running the numbers this week, looking at perhaps what Spurs might need in order to stay up. On average, the team finishing in 15th place, or in order to finish in 15th place and in that relegation playoff spot. In the 19 seasons since the playoffs were introduced back in 04-05, an average of 28 points needed as Spurs gets on the front foot early here. There's Putsaka, wears the captain's armband, the tender age of 22. He's been such a servant to this club as well. Made his debut back in 2020 as an 18-year-old. Here's Kimbwidi for Orlando Pirates. And the referee has let this one go. Velibai slipping it through to Kamagi, who had advanced from the back.
That's very much the strength of this Cape Town Spurs side down the flanks there, with Velibai on the left and the opposite flank captain Utaka. And a speedy customer is Pewa just in behind. Today's striker leading the line is Ashley Cupido.
Well, in 2024, the 2 league games that they've contested, 3-1 win over Amazulu and the recent 2-0 victory over TS Galaxy, Luvuyo Pewa has been absolutely outstanding. Sibisi. He partners Koki for the first time since the defeat here. First home defeat in the league of the season to Mamelodi Sundowns back in September. Lisanda out suspended. Koki looking for Mufokeng. Just a little too long for him.
Mafokeng been very impressive since being given an opportunity. Coming up, starting berth against Crystal Lake, really performed well there with a goal and a few assists. Continued his form against Polokwane, and now sees himself for a third consecutive start here for Orlando Pirates.
Here's Magaula, a surprise inclusion in the starting lineup for that draw away to Mamelodi Sundowns to start the year for Orlando Pirates mid-February. As Jared Marul cuts that one out. He's en route to Patrick Maswanganyi, man of the match. And Orlando Pirates travel to face Polokwane City. Dotley hoists it forward, looking for Cupido. Half a dozen goals for him in the league this season, Ashley Cupido. Spacey back to Sipochain. He, when available, is first choice for this Orlando Pirates side. Of course, out injured for quite some time. Melusi Buthelezi stepping in for him during that period. He's back wearing the gloves as Mafokeng tries to force his way through up against another youngster in the form of Siviwe Kwali. Made his debut against Amazulu. He's just 18 years of age. He's started again in the win over TS Galaxy. Excellent start to life in professional football for the teenager. Maswanganyi laying it off for Magaula to the path of Munyani. Has a goal! Boshoff got something on. That's not the most convincing piece of goalkeeping, though.
Not convincing at all there, Boshoff. Munyani was given space and given time, and he pulled the trigger.
So here's Mofokeng. Mayela wanted it threaded in behind. Instead, he's picked out Talentum Mbata. It's Mbata's 24th birthday today as Munyani goes again! Oh, wow. And this time, fizzes it just wide of Boshoff's post.
Ernest Middendorp choosing not to chat, letting them soak up the pressure there. It's going to need Velibaya to assist Dortley on the left-hand side. Just too much space given to Munyani.
Yeah, both instances. Initially hitting it towards, I guess, the near post, more centrally, and then tried to stick it in the corner. As Mbata has mentioned, his 24th birthday today. He's up against another birthday boy in the midfield. Liam Byrne turned 21 today. As Cape Town Spurs win it and immediately try and get on the front foot there. Easy pickings for a goalkeeper.
A little bit rushed there. Never gave Cupido a chance to get to that ball.
Sipochain gets it out to Munyani. Kimpui. Fouled by Byrne.
Byrne alongside Mpata is going to have a big role to play this evening. They're going to have to keep an eye on Kimvuidi as well as Maswanganyi, because they like to linger into those pockets of spaces just in front of the defence. So they're going to have to be very, very compact.
No, Kimvuidi's not taking it out of the air as neatly as he would have liked. You mentioned Byrne, you mentioned Mapate, and you're talking about two players who, up until recently, we've been more accustomed to seeing them as a fullbacks, as fullback roles.
Yeah, that's right. Mapate at right side and Byrne at left back. You can see Ernest Middendorp using the strengths of the players and trying to fix something as they carry on their search for survival.
There the two birthday boys were getting involved with one another as Kimvuidi picks it up.
Sure, Sabisi's happy to be back in the starting lineup. Last seen action at the AFCON. A solid game in the last third and fourth playoff for Bafana Bafana did Sabisi. Some healthy competition in the defense here for Orlando Pirates. with the likes of Nda, Koki, and that man in your possession. Sabisi calm in possession, and you can see there's a mid-block from Cape Town Spurs, not trying to create too much spaces. And as Middendorp did say, they're going to try to have a calm first 30 minutes.
No pressure on the back line, which for Orlando Pirates includes their goalkeeper. He's very willing to get involved in play. Now they get it forward. Mofokeng made the little dart in behind. Up against Ngwani. Still he continues on. Lays it off. Lovely square ball. Swept towards goal by Setlopasa Mabasa. But doesn't manage to hit the target.
Some excellent football here from Orlando Pirates. Trying to overload that left-hand side. Intelligent work from young Mofokeng. The minute he gets possession, makes his way into the box.
Yep.
And the defenders are very cautious to make the tackle in the box.
Both teams have strikers up front who have half a dozen goals in the league this season. Although Mabasa's all came with Swallows. Now, how about that? A big moment for the referee to rule on. Sabisi rightly goes into the book, holding his man back.
The defensive partners knew they needed to do something to evade the danger that was imminent.
As Velibaye, 21-year-old, who tried to come bursting through the middle and almost did. Now a great opportunity from the free kick. So quite a wall being organised here by Orlando Pirates. 5 involved. It's a great position here for Pewa over the top.
There was always going to be a big ask from so close just to get it up and over the wall. It requires a deft touch to get it on target from that area.
Munyane flying forward, Kimbuidi on his outside. Oh, spotting Mofokeng in space. He loves to shoot from these kind of positions. Straight at Bosov.
And I tell you what, Maela's assisting with that overload, taking the attention away from the defenders there, giving Mofokeng an opportunity to create some space and get away with the shot.
Shielded back to the goalkeeper. Now look at all of this room here from Mofokeng. An opportunity. Oh, what a goal! Beautiful finish from the teenager. And Orlando Pirates hit the front inside 12 minutes.
And we could see that left-hand side was where Pirates were going to get joy. Outnumbering Cape Town Spurs on that flank. Mofokeng, he's been excellent. Intelligently drops the shoulder, cuts inside, curves it into the back of the net. Very little Boshoff could have done there. And it's celebrations all round for the Buccaneers. This is where it started there. Brilliant ball there from Tambata. Mistimed. And nifty touch, got into the box. He slowed it down, picked his spot. 1-0 Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, it's a lovely goal. Neil Borshoff, in what was his 7th appearance last time out against TS Galaxy, kept his first clean sheet. But he already has a blemish this evening as Mofokeng scores his first in the league this season to add to the goal that the excellent goal he got against Crystal Lake 2 games back at the end of February. And he can push on from here. Can Mofokeng, who did score towards the very end of last season, their final game, that rout of Amazulu. And now he has a fair few more games to go until the end of this campaign to add to his tally. And I'm sure that not many would bet against him doing so.
Mabasa's performance this evening is going to be a big one for him.
Yeah.
Mahopa out this evening with a bit of a niggle. If he scores here this evening, he'll put his hand up for a starting berth at the Soweto derby.
Orlando Pirates these days looking for a new hero in between the sticks, and Sipoteng has really endeared himself to fans since he arrived rather unheralded at the club. I mention him because the last time that Orlando Pirates really had a goalkeeper that they could truly get behind and just revere as being one of the very, very best, of course, it's the late Senzo Muyua, who played his very last game against Cape Town Spurs, then Ajax.
Wow.
And as he characteristically did, produced a stunning performance. It's a 4-1 win right here in Orlando late in October of 2024.
Take the opportunity to just slow things down there. Makaula with a beautiful turn gets the crowd going. Let's see if they're probing for that left hand diagonal.
Orlando Pirates this season in 4 matches have dropped points from winning positions. It's something that only happened 3 times across the whole of last season in the league. And 4th turn of the year in December, scored first against Supersport and then against Stellenbosch and lost both of those matches. They did manage to hang on to their lead against Polokwane City last time out. Oh, now the upright has bailed Pirates out. That was a fierce hit. And on the follow-up, someone adjudged to have been offside. Tumani Botsaka with the effort. Recently scored his first ever Premiership goal 2 games back against Amazulu.
Talk about a wake-up call. It's exactly what Botsaka gave China. 1 touch to set it up. Brilliant shot there from Botsaka, almost nestling into the back of the net. And China, I think it's fair to say he's caught cold. That's the first time he's been called into action.
And a clear offside as well against Cupido, although he wouldn't have been able to follow up. And the Pirates quick to clear. Now swept in straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper, who's quickly bowled that out towards Mofokeng. He sets Maswangani on his way. Plenty of space for Karim Kimvuidi here as well. Dispossessed by Ashwin Dortley. He was on the shopping list of many of the big clubs after a great season that he had in the 2nd tier last campaign. Cape Town Spurs come into this match having scored 5 across their last 2 league games. That's as many as they had netted in 8 matches before that, incidentally. They've had to pick themselves up. Now after managing just 4 points in the first half of the season. A draw with AmaZulu and then that shock victory at the Cape Town Stadium, 2-1 against Orlando Pirates, having started the season with 8 successive losses, which is a new PSL record, an unwanted record at that. They also came into that game having just been fairly convincingly beaten in the Carling knockout by Orlando Pirates, 2-0.
A lonely figure there with the wrong t-shirt on.
Yeah. Strong in the air, he's cocky. Of course, playing against a team from the region where he hails, Kailisha born, is Tapelo Koki. Started out at the old Mutual Academy before going on trials with AmaZulu and being picked up by them. As Liam Byrne, 21 years today. To get the cross in, fended away by Koki. Header falls neatly here for Mufokeng. Over the top, looking for Mabasa. It'll just skip away from him off the surface.
Yeah, gives it a thumbs up there, Mabasa. He's lurking. It's the second one that just couldn't get to the ball in time.
It's Piwa. Jared Maru played in midfield when Cape Town Spurs beat Orlando Pirates earlier in the season. Daniels and Hokongo at the back on that particular day. There we go. 2 birthday boys tussle and free kick against Mbata.
Good usage of the body there on Liam Byrne just before bringing Tug back and telling Mbata.
Pewa's delivery not effectively controlled, and now Orlando Pirates with an opportunity to get forward. Mufokeng is well offside.
Tried to stay onside there, Mufokeng, but the pass was just a little bit too late, not on the same page there.
5 matches were originally scheduled for this evening in the DStv Premiership. 2 have been postponed. One that we knew about a little while ago, SuperSport United coming back from Algeria after playing their dead rubber against USM Alger. So they'll not be up against Bulwani City this evening. The other game postponed a little more recently. TS Galaxy were meant to host Mamelodi Sundowns. That not going ahead due to an accident that the Rockets were involved in. There are 2 other games on the go at the moment. Sekhukhune United versus Royal AM, which I guess will be of interest to Cape Town Spurs. Royal AM got the win against Richards Bay to move them out of immediate danger. But they're still in the mix. Sekhukhune are leading them by 1-0 currently. And then news that will really be music to the ears of Cape Town Spurs. Chippy United at home to Richards Bay already have a 2-goal lead over the Natal Rich Boys. And if Cape Town Spurs can turn this game on its head and get a victory, if indeed it stays as it is up the Eastern Cape, they would be able to move level on 13 points.
And on the score sheet for Chippa, 2 ex-Pirates players, Craig Martin and Justice Shabalala.
Done well there to get the ball away. And another opportunity presents itself here to Pirates. Force off behind that. And well, the shot came in from a man who very seldom gets on the score sheet. 34-year-old Makaula hasn't scored in the league since 2017 for Free State Stars. They want Chiefs tomorrow, says the placards. Have to wait until Saturday for the big one.
A good start from Orlando Pirates, but I tell you what, it's far from over.
Yep.
Looks like Middendorp has something up his sleeve. He's changed to 3-man defense. You can see Dortley 1 of 3, and Kamagi down on the left-hand side. He operates as a left fullback. That's a sign they want to commit men forward and try and create some chances to get that equaliser. Benibaya trying to twist and turn there, just brought down.
So 2 potential takers, Pewa and Kamagi, are over this one currently. The Tanzanian walks away from it. Pewa puts it in. It's very awkward. It's awkward because there was a foul involved there.
A free kick from a dangerous angle there, in-swinger there. Bit of a high foot there, trying to get his touch there, Muru.
Well, I mean, if you told someone at the end of last year that Orlando Pirates pairing in the midfield 3 games running as Mr. King is offside, although it's a very tidy finish. Again, back to that point, if you told someone that Talente Mbata and Makaula were going to be Orlando Pirates central midfield pairing for several games in succession, starting pairing, few would have believed you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Very close there.
Very tight.
Just to finish for control.
Yep. Why not get the feel of putting in the net again? Well, this is Kamag, 27-year-old from Tanzania. Ernst Middendorp would have become aware of him during his very brief stint at Singida Big Stars. Kamagi has joined on loan from the Tanzanian club Singida. He used to play for Simba as well. Ernst Middendorp was at that club back in September of last year. So obviously asking the powers that be that they bring some new players on board, and several have come on board. He's one of them.
And you can see why he's brought him in, because he can play at a number of positions, playing at centre-back, playing at left-back, currently deployed at left full-back and playing in the midfield as well.
Ernst Middendorp has done what they perceived to be impossible before. Remember, I was just touching earlier on the kind of points tally, average points tally that you need to finish either 15th in the playoff position and try and rescue your status, or in 14th and avoid the playoffs altogether, which is something that Ernst Middendorp did with Maritzburg back in the 2015-16 season. So if you look at what's needed on average to finish in 15th, 28 points has been the average over the past 19 seasons since the playoffs were introduced. 28.2, I've just rounded it down. average points needed for 14th. It's that 30, it's that magic 30 that's often spoken about. I've rounded that up from 29.9 points. But fewer than 30 points has been sufficient to end 14th on nine occasions in the last 19 seasons, and 4 times in the last 5 seasons. So the mark that you need to hit just appears to be dropping a little bit in recent times. The fewest points ever gained to survive automatically as this one is slid through to Capito. Flag is up.
Oh, he holds his head. He knew he was in on goal. Goal was gaping off the shoulder. Very close, very close call.
Sabisi may have been culpable. They're making a despairing lunge towards it.
Both sides playing with a high line, and there was a call earlier on, remember, for King. Found himself agonizingly close as well. So the assistant linesman got a job to do here.
So perhaps we can say they both had one. They both had one that was very, very tight. But by the way, I'll say, fewest points to survive since the 2004-2005 season. That's for a team finishing 14th and avoiding the playoffs. The 27 points gained by Maritzburg under Middendorp in the 2015-16 season.
So there you have it. He's the man to save the team. The task is big. Richards Bay currently trailing Rachipa.
Yeah.
Spurs currently trailing against rampant Orlando Pirates. In total control so far, just under half an hour.
Here's Munyani. Kimvwidi. Innocent Mayela. Aswangani has created more chances than any other Pirates player this season. There's Maswangani. Here's Talindambata. A little aimless with that ball over the top.
I just couldn't link up there with Mabasa. Mabasa coming short, and he assumed he's going long.
Another chance for King to race forward. Good challenge on him by Katlego Mabate. Joined from Richards Bay. And actually left Richards Bay under certain circumstances after being there for 6.5 seasons. Picked up by Cape Town Spurs. What a great acquisition. Scored his first goal as well. That win over TS Galaxy over the weekend. It's offside again.
Well, that's a little bit naughty. They're kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
Getting a proper run in the midfield. There is Makaula.
Orlando Pirates back at this iconic stadium for the first time since last year. They've actually played 5 of their last 6 games in all competitions away from home. Their last game at home came just before the turn of the year at chastening defeat to Stellenbosch, where they squandered a half-time lead, a significant one at that. If you consider the circumstances, it makes doesn't make for very pretty reading from an Orlando Pirates perspective. Kimvwidi picks this up. Kimvwidi gets it back from Talindambata, and he continues on. The ball strayed beyond the byline.
It's floating on the right-hand side from a central position to the right, and Aswangani takes up his position, finding a lot of space here, trying to be the playmaker here. Kimvwidi, very tricky customer.
Just over half an hour gone at the Orlando Stadium. It's Mofokeng's excellent 12th minute goal that separates these two sides. As Pirates looking to get back on track at home. They're bossing this game in terms of possession. Almost 70% of it has belonged to the Buccaneers so far.
Cape Town Spurs just with that 3 attempts, 1 on target. 10 for Orlando Pirates.
Kamagi. His ball in, repelled by Sibisi. Velibai. Can't find a route past Munyani. Decent throw into the box. Velibai has flung a foot at that, and it's actually gone out for a throw-in. Just a down to him by Cupido. I thought, why not? Still a young man with only 21 years of age, and he will certainly grow in this game.
Talk about grow and talk about experience, says the man, Relani.
Oh. Surprise, Galani.
Yeah, maybe his experience is needed here this evening, Grant.
Kimvuidi down. Liam Byrne just sportingly going over to check on him. Was man of the match against TS Galaxy was Liam Byrne.
Charging down there, just the follow through, catching Kimbuidi there on the side of the thigh. Tell you what, we were down on the field, Grant, early on, you and I, and it is a little bit slippery. It's a field that was watered down, and just after half-time you could see when they've warmed up, then they open the sprinklers and wet it a bit. It always makes for that ball to have a bit of a skid.
So here's a look at how Orlando Pirates took the lead from back to front. I mean, it's one pass out from the goalkeeper, another from midfield, and it's in the back of the net.
And Ernest Middendorp won't be happy with that, but take nothing away with the direct play from Orlando Pirates and the execution from young Mofokeng.
Another decent throw. Well dealt with by Orlando Pirates again. Well, sometimes there's no need to be cute and over-elaborate. Orlando Pirates players spotted the spaces and exploited them brilliantly. They're looking to get back on track on their own patch. It's been a while since that Stellenbosch result, but that is the last time they were here at home. They came into that game on the back of a terrific run. They had won 3 straight at home. They hadn't conceded in almost 6 hours before Stellenbosch hit 3 in the space of about 8 minutes. They will be desperate to try and banish those memories with a good performance here.
And if the score stays the same and they get the 3 points out, these Orlando Pirates will see themselves move up to 2nd position, and that's always good going into a derby game with a win and 2nd place on the DStv Prem.
It's a neat little header there from Cupido into the path of Velibai. Continues on, and it's set here for Cupido, rolling across his body, is not able to make a clean connection. And now Orlando Pirates might punish them. The crowd urging Mofokeng forward. Maswanganyi rolled back into his path. Mofokeng can't get past Murul. They still have it here through Maswanganyi. And the ball in towards Kimbuidi. Desperate defending, and it's scrambled away.
It's end-to-end stuff here, Grant.
It's a good ball from Byrne. It's well cut out by Makaula. Kimvui. Mayela. Kimvui again. Turns 22 next week. There's the man from the DRC. Bata. Back to Hockey. He's completed more successful passes than any other player in the Orlando Pirates side this season. Has Hockey by quite some margin as well. Again. Now finds Munyani. No route past Kamagi.
It's the Orlando Pirates just taking the sting out the game. Holding on possession, moving from side to side, searching for those spaces and trying to find joy where they have all of first half down that left-hand flank with Mayela joining in Mofokeng.
Bata searching for Mabasa. And Bosov pouncing upon it.
Keep it out, the early opportunity. You can see it was Veli Baya that had some brilliant work here down the left-hand flank. They looked up, pulled it back. Almost too easy, almost too much time there for Kipido.
Just didn't seem to be able to judge the roll of the ball. Byrne penalised once again, and having committed a fair few fouls already, he is next into the book after Kosmatsibisi received a yellow card about half an hour ago. Not the birthday present he was planning on receiving.
A little bit naughty there. He has to be extra careful going forward. In danger of getting a second yellow.
They are without Michael Morton today. Former Orlando Pirates development product Morton came on just to shore things up against TS Galaxy, picked up a caution, was not eligible for today. Off slip through for Maswangani, brings it under his spell so well. Here's Mufokeng. Fights off two players and then misplaces his pass, gets it back. Kimvui. Munyani. There's Mbata. Slipped in behind for Maswangani. Velibai crucially sticks out a leg to get rid of it. Cupido. He's pulled Oki with him. Is it now at the feet of Kwali, now with Mapate.
And that's what Spurs are going to do, try to keep some possession, get some confidence going, string a few passes together. Try and get the flanks in action so they can use their pace, the likes of Velibaya, the likes of Butaka. And that kind of sums up their first half.
Yeah, it does. For a Wednesday night, a fairly decent turnout at the Orlando Stadium. They have Kaizer Chiefs coming up on the weekend. And Orlando Pirates, over the years, have a fairly decent record every time they play a midweek game ahead of the derby. They haven't lost any midweek games, any of their last 6 midweek games ahead of the weekend's derby. They've drawn 4 of those and won 2. The last time that they lost a midweek fixture with the derby coming up that coming weekend was in October of 2015. They went down 2-0 to Le Montfort Golden Arrows. They did go on to beat Kaizer Chiefs that weekend by 3 goals to 1. Now Bata.
Just checking, was I playing in that loss? I've only lost once in a derby, and the scoreline was 3-1. So no need to go digging.
The Pirates will be looking to re-establish what was a terrific record against sides from the Western Cape when they hosted them here at the Orlando Stadium. Prior to that loss against Stellenbosch late in December of last year, they were unbeaten in 24 against teams visiting from the Western Cape since all the way back in 2009. I guess that just gives even more context to how incredible that result was for Stellenbosch. We've continued to do really well. Scored a lovely derby goal yesterday to win against City.
And that was a big 3 points there from Stellenbosch on the road.
Yeah,
they've had the better of Cape Town City in recent times. Let's see them move up to. It was in 2nd position. Now they're in 3rd.
Yeah, in 3rd currently, as things stand, with Orlando Pirates having gone above them. So Stellenbosch would be the team that Pirates displace in 2nd if they come away with a positive result here. Well, prior to losing against SuperSport and Stellenbosch late in December, games in which they'd scored first, they'd only scored first and lost in the league once in 6.5 years prior to that, and then it happens in back-to-back matches, so it's truly astonishing. Oh, slipped through brilliantly by Maswanganyi. There's a goal scorer, Mufokeng. Perhaps should have opted for something else there. Kaula always doing the clean-up job, and he's found a good ball here. And a low cross, not the best from Mayela, and Mufokeng's pass not the best either, as Butsaka cuts it out.
They're very wasteful when in possession. Cape Town Spurs limited options when they are looking to go forward. It's a lonely figure of Kipido up front, as Orlando Pirates continue to dictate terms here in possession. But it has to be said, not a lot of supply to the top man, Mabasa.
Yeah. He is a player who feeds off supply. You're not going to really see him drop in and involve himself, as has been the case today.
But he has the trait of being patient.
Yep.
And that's what he does well. Keeps the shape of the team, lurks around the box, Mabasa, and waiting for that one opportunity to pounce.
Rounded out the 6-0 drubbing of Crystal Lake in the cup, with his first goal since his return. And this is his first start under Jose Rivero today. He was at Swallows for the first half of this season, Skukunya last.
Monyani, and he's smiling in the interim. All over Gamagi.
So that's it for the first half here at the Orlando Stadium. And it is the Buccaneers who have the advantage, courtesy of their teenage sensation, Relebohile Mufokeng. Lovely finish from him. Just past the 10-minute mark. His first DStv Premiership goal of the season. And his second in all competitions. Stenson, you expect a response from Cape Town Spurs in the second half. They really have nothing to lose at this point.
They do look a little bit lethargic. They played on Sunday, so little time to recover. We expect a response, and Orlando Pirates have dominated terms in the first half.
So it is 1-0 after 45 minutes. Pirates lead.
Get the new Galaxy A05s and A05 with powerful battery, clear camera and big storage.
Everything. The only problem is me thinking that the man who I helped build this club would at least leave me something young.
This is our GM, Snesiphumudisa.
So namhlanje sizobakhombisa abantu basesocial movie that we the Giants still got it.
Usithatha besibindi sokunqambela amanga nge-fitness plan.
I'm going to show him how the only thing esne ayiti go as slay queen.
I work harder than everyone else in this building. I want my intentions to be clear.
Akekho umuntu wesifazana engimaziyo ukuthi angaphumelela ukuhamba la wena uhamba khona.
We may begin.
Champions. Proud.
Skinny jeans from only $4.49. Only superior trims and finishes like nickel-free hardware and reinforced seams. The only
Who wants McDonald's?
No.
Well, it has been an enterprising evening all round in the DStv Prem as we have goals in all three games after the first half. You've got the likes of Chipa United leading Richards Bay by 2-0. Those are goals from Chabalala and Martin. And in the games between Babina Noko and Royal AM, it was a Shezi own goal. And of course, in our game, Orlando Pirates and Urban Warriors, it is the Buccaneers, who lead with a 1 goal after that half. And it definitely was a quick fiery start for Orlando Pirates, showing their intent and made sure that this is the match they want to get going, especially when you look at how early on Dikgang, the likes of Pirates, got onto the attack, and you spoke about an attacking Pirates tonight.
Yeah, and well, we would expect this from Pirates, of course, starting on the front foot and showing their intentions early on in the game with this chance, of course, a shot taken in that final third. And look, this is how they started the game. They were consistent for the first 10 minutes, and that's how the goal came as well. Of course, the man there, Makaula, spreading the passes in the first half.
And with the, quick fire attempts from the likes of Thabiso Munyane, they definitely did put the likes of Boshoff under pressure. But that also made sure to let Spurs know that Pirates aren't resting on their laurels tonight at home.
Yep, I think Spurs have been doing really well to guard their midfield. That centre hasn't been easy to break for Orlando Pirates, which they're forcing them out wide. And that's where the likes of Munyane, because they're so pacey, they sort of force that block into a lower block and they get closer to goal. And that's why they're forced to take those shots out wide. And that's also how the goal came about. They're doing really well to guard the centre, but exposing themselves in the wide areas, which I think has been a concern in the first half.
It definitely has been a concern in the first half, and we know how Orlando Pirates definitely are dangerous in those first 15 minutes of an encounter, and that's also when they managed to get that all-important goal from Mofokeng, a first league goal for him.
Yeah, look, this is what he does in the DDC. He likes playing on that left-hand side, cutting in, of course, to his favorite foot, which is the right foot. But look, he's got so much time, Amanda, and a mistake, of course, there. From the Spurs defense, committing too early, of course, Kigwala there, I think not making sure. I think he should have stayed back and waited for, his players to also be organized. I think they were just disorganized, and a wrong decision from him, maybe a bit elementary as well.
And when you also look at the likes of Mofokeng, this definitely is a great run-up. As much as we don't want to talk about the derby, this also is a great confidence booster. Like we said, his first league goal. But if you could just take us through again, Dikgang, exactly, tell us straight for us with regards to how Mofokeng managed to get out the blocks and get that goal.
Yeah, look, Pirates, of course, starts the ball from Mbata, but this is the opportunity that he gets because he gets all the space in front of him. And if we could see, the telestration, I think it would be much easier to see how Spurs as well commit early on the right-hand side, which gives Mofokeng that plenty of time to make a decision and score that brilliant goal. Here's Mbata, of course, receiving the ball. No pressure. Look at the space around him. I mean, these are drills you do at training. He sees all the space in front of him to make that decision, that pass, of course, the tailing pass. And, of course, there is the mistake. As a defender, there's no one pressing Mbata. This is where he should be. Don't commit because no one is pressing Mbata and he makes that pass. And this is where he should be so that he can be, rightfully positioned. But now look at what Mofokeng has. All the space he sees, what decisions he could make as well in front of him. And look, the first touch, he slows down. He's still no one pressing him. The second touch, obviously, he lines up for a strike and makes a... Look, that's a good goal from a youngster as well, to keep it on the ground and, training ground stuff, put it far post.
And the likes of Mofokeng has been doing this in the past 3 games. You look at the game against Crystal Lake in the Cup competition. You then look at the game against Polokwane City. So it has been momentum gaining for the likes of Mofokeng.
Yeah, you can just tell that it's something that the coach has been drilling as well. Starting out on the left, not always easy to get those crosses, but once you cut inside, it's almost so easy. But I thought Cape Town Spurs were just so disjointed in those areas. One error after the other, and maybe they should just resort to being compact.
While the likes of Kumani Butsaka also did have a bit of a chance there. It hit the woodwork in that first half. It's yet to be seen how the teams do come back in the second half. It is Orlando Pirates leading 1-0 at Orlando Stadium against the Cape Town Spurs. But we do return after this.
Get the new Galaxy A05s and A05 with power powerful battery, clear camera and big storage. My first love, my first Galaxy.
Everyone knows this version of me. Loud, funny, and fabulous. And as the Banyan I am a TV presenter, businessman. But there's one role I'm really proud of. I am going to be a dad. Ow! When I started the surrogacy journey,
He called me at Funosizolwam.
how will I ever be accepted ekaya?
Case of the ex.
I really have met the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
I'm scared.
This is my journey. Life with Mushes, Season 1, Sundays at 7 p.m. on Mzansi Match.
Get the new Galaxy A05s and A05 with powerful battery, clear camera and big storage. My first love, my first Galaxy.
It's 1-0 to the hosts here at the Orlando Stadium after 45 minutes. Really Boiles, Mofo Kings first goal in the DStv Premiership for the 2023-24 season has them ahead. Some of those sitting up amongst the non-playing personnel. Kota recently signed a first-team contract with the Orlando Pirates. He wasn't unleashed today, but it likely won't be too long before we get an opportunity to see whether his immense talent can translate from the reserve league to the professional structures, as has been the case for some of those that have graduated. For King on the park right now for Pirates, and Boitumelo Radiopane, who's just come on for their adversaries today. Ragapane alongside Zalane. They've come on for Ashley Cupido as well as Luvuyo Pewa. Pewa not as effective as he has been over the past couple of games. Orlando Pirates have also made a change. Lesedi Kapinga, just his second appearance off the bench this season.
Opportunity to impress here for Kapinga. Just his second appearance this season in the DStv Prem for Orlando Pirates.
Ragapane brought down from behind, illegal challenge. Ralani brought down, my apologies.
We did suggest that his experience will possibly be needed, and he's been flung on. There's a man in your picture, surprised Ralani.
It is he who dispenses into the box. Can't do anything with this time around. Made by Sibis. Helped a little further along by Mabasa. His attempted pass forward far too long. Well, an opportunity here tonight if they can turn this game around to complete a double over Orlando Pirates for the first time in the PSL era. And for the first time in any season since 1985. Orlando Pirates currently unbeaten in their last 9 home games in the top flights against Cape Town Spurs. They've won 8 of those. The last time that Spurs managed to pay a visit to Pirates and get the victory was all the way back in 2008. Mabudi Kenyeza scoring the crucial goal on that day. Interestingly though, Cape Town Spurs actually beat Orlando Pirates by 3-0 the season that they went down, 2017-18. Before that, Pirates hadn't lost any of their previous 13 league matches against Spurs. That loss they suffered, that 3-0 defeat they suffered, was only one of 5 defeats that they tasted that season as they finished second. Remember that Spurs actually technically finished in the playoff positions in 2017-18. Then there were docked points that left them in 16. That was after a former Pirates player, Tendai Ndoro, turned out for them.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. They debuted in the 3-1 win over Platinum Stars and scored in that game. That was overturned, as well as a 1-1 draw with Bulwani City and 2-0 win over Supersport United. So they were docked 7 points. Now Pirates looking for their seconds. Kapinga was looking to sneak it through the legs there of Shundotli.
An opportunity for Pirates to extend the lead. Try and put this one beyond Cape Town Spurs this evening.
Now a threat from set pieces. Maswanganya swung this into the 6-yard area. Players waiting. Tapelo Koki has contributed a fair few goals this season. It's the man to swing a leg at that one. Oh, really awkward for Bosov. Talent Mbata just hoisted that into the air, hopefully.
Very awkward indeed. In two minds to catch it or parry it, but I think on the right thing there.
And from practically nothing, Orlando Pirates have another corner. 28-year-old Pinetown-born goalkeeper forced to palm that one over. Now from the opposite flank, another in-swinging delivery, this time from Mofokeng, again aiming for the big men. Innocent Maela a little off balance as he looked to connect with that one. Here's Velibai for Spurs. Now he's looking to set Khalani away. That's good covering. Safely with the goalkeeper. Maela to Mofokeng. Maswangani dispossessed by Muro Khalani. Just assessing his options. This is Mapate.
Khalani will bring a lot of calm to this midfield. Something that's needed. Just keep possession, save some energy. See that in-swinger there, Boshoff, last minute touch, just evading that attempt. Another hugest of saves, a number of bodies there, Boshoff getting to fist that away, and the earlier attempt, so difficult to judge. If he left that ball, would it have gone in? I think it would.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, Cape Town Spurs this season, unsurprisingly, have faced more shots than any other side. Have allowed more shots, shall we say, because that includes anything that's flown off target or been blocked. Crunching tackle, but it won't prevent the corner. Pirates, as you might expect, are right up there amongst the teams who have faced the fewest shots this season. Only Mamelodi Sundowns have faced fewer, and considering that how many games fewer they've played, percentage-wise, it's actually Pirates who've prevented the opposition from shooting best of any other team in the division. Another corner for Mofokeng. This time he does find Koki, doesn't make a clean connection. Khalani quickly out of his feet to Butsaka. Poor touch.
Yeah, I tell you what, not looking as fresh as they did on Sunday.
Yeah.
Possibly taken a lot out of this side. Remember, just that one change to the starting lineup for Spurs. Forced one indeed.
Do teams in this position have to put more emphasis on the games where they're more likely to get points or a point? Because if Cape Town Spurs as a team are honest with themselves, then you would identify this fixture as one where they are unlikely to get something.
You'd budget for a loss, and if you get anything, it's a bonus. And I think we picked that up from the conversation Luazi had with Middendorp. So
anything they get is just a bonus. I mean, if you look historically, they're winless in their last 15 top-flight games away to Gauteng sides. They've lost 11 of those. The last time they came to Gauteng and won was in March of 2016. Tarek Rosper scoring for them as they beat Tuks 1-0. If you look at their away record as well, in the top flight, I mean, they were winless in all 15 of their away games this season. They were relegated. They lost 11 of those, drew 4, including the draw with Polokwane City that was overturned. They are winless in their last 24 away games in the top flight with 19 defeats. The last time they won was 1-0 against Chippa United in May of 2017. Thabo Masadi scoring in that game at the Sisi Takashi Stadium as Patrick Maswangani does really well to free Mofokeng. Ball just getting away from the youngster.
Well, Grant, we say all this, but it's only 1-0.
That's true. That's true.
We may get something from this. That'll mean they've taken 4 points away from Orlando Pirates, which is not an easy task.
Not at all. There's Mbata. Hasn't made a clean connection with that. Still in Mbata, who's still searching for a first senior goal. His days in the reserve league with Highlands Park, he used to bang them in from range.
He does have an assist this evening.
Here is Mbata. Wasn't really getting a look in with SuperSport United, so he's not alone here at Orlando Pirates. It's a move that shocked even him, and he's hoping to make it permanent. Player hails from KZN. I mentioned again, he's turning 24 today. Started his journey to becoming a professional footballer 14 years ago when he turned out for Commercial All-Stars. Went on to Durban FC and then came through trials at Highlands Park. Now finds himself at Orlando Pirates.
It's nice possession from Orlando Pirates. They're just not going from side to side quick enough. And allows Spurs just to reorganize that defense and stay compact.
No one can latch onto that ball forward from Makaula. This could be promising for Spurs. Stinger turning his Velibai up against Sibisi. Laying it off for Kamagi. Vincent Mayela, perhaps not quite aware of Mapate lurking at his back. There is Mapate again. And Putsaka, space for Liam Burr. Velibai. Slipped through really nicely. Back to him from Kamagi. Patience shown from Spurs. As they pin Orlando Pirates back, then the cross from deep. This will break for Mapate. Putsaka. Navigating in tight spaces is Putsaka, but Orlando Pirates come clear with it through Mufu King. 2 players ahead of him. Maswangani is one of them. Mayela leaving it for Mufu King. Dispensed into space for the captain to run onto. Good ball across. Something perhaps that Mabasa could have gambled on, thrown himself at.
Excellent cross from Mayela. All-time pass here from King to unleash it. Ask for a first-time cross. That's exactly what happened. Mabasa, a little too late to get on the end of that. That is what strikers ask for.
Yeah.
As long as the score stays the same, Spurs will feel they can get something from this.
Mufu King. Again plays it in for Mayela. That time his cross not quite as effective as it was just moments beforehand. A veteran, Kalani keeping it alive. Only for a brief moment, something to touch.
Yeah, who needs placards?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a date.
Well, Kaiser Chiefs winning their game yesterday. Orlando Pirates on course to win today, so momentum for both. If they stay the same here, heading into the derby. 30 minutes remaining for Spurs to try and get something out of this game. A side that have been notoriously poor on the roads, worked out here to Mapate. And Toki getting it ahead of Halani.
Totally not having it.
Nope. Seized upon by Mufokeng. Maswangani pickpocketed by Mapate. Isn't Kwale. Dortley. Only one player waiting, and that flashes past Radio Pane on loan from the team he's playing against. Straight at Sipocheng. Makaula. Little darting run from him. Kapinga. His only appearance in the DStv Premiership this season prior to tonight was the cameo against his former club Mamelodi Sundowns. Here's Kapinga again. Mayela. Mayela's ball too strong for Mabasa.
One wonders if Mabasa will get a run. A little bit of a frustrating evening for Mabasa.
Yeah.
Opportunity earlier, but nothing much in terms of supply. Most of the attacks from Orlando Pirates happening down the flanks. Few crosses aiming for the striker.
Winless in 24 on the road in the top flight, we did say. Cape Town Spurs, they've only have one victory in their last 31 away games in the Premiership. That was against Chippa United at the Sisi Tokashe Stadium, which back in 2017 was a fairly new venue for Chippa. They only played there a few times before they hosted Cape Town Spurs that year. As this is dispensed forward for Velibai. That's a little sharp movement there from Velibai, and set up on the edge of the area. Butsaka doesn't make the kind of connection that he would have desired.
Tame effort, to say the least. He knows he can do better than that. Brilliant opportunity here. What a turn from Velibaya. Very, very tricky customer. Let it run there. Brilliant weighted pass from Rolani. And Butaka.
He tried to side foot that in, and when the ball is rolling back at you, Stanton surely should be just.
Got to get the laces through. You've got to get the laces through there. Ask Lampard.
Yeah.
Ask Gerrard.
Taken forward by Mapate. A little bit of momentum here for Spurs. Kalani. Left well by Velibai. Coming for Byrne. Space to exploit. Velibai may just have overrun it. Still manages to get a ball in. Orlando Pirates on the move with Mufokeng. Quickly off his line was Boshoff. There's Radio Pane. Waiting for Velibai to come back on side. Opportunity here, and he has pulled that shot. Oh,
snatched up that shot. Brilliant strikers play there from Radio Pane. Held the ball up nicely, turned, played it into space. As we await the changes for Orlando Pirates.
A double change to come for Pirates. Won't happen just yet. Here's Mayela. Mapati does well. Radio Pane finds an option. He wants the return. Radio Pane won't be able to get there ahead of the goalminder, and Ken seems to have hurt himself here.
Let's see if there was a collision. Don't spot a collision there, but maybe just taking a bit of a rest there. Sipo China.
Yeah.
There's a better look at it. Your opponent making way. No, don't think he touched him.
So Denman Farmer, having just joined the club, is coming on here for Jared Marul. We were wondering whether we might see Farmer from the beginning today, but they opted for returning Jared Marul at the back. And now Tefaz Mabasa is off alongside Sibisi. Otto and Lepasa on Lepasa for the first time since prior to Christmas, featuring in the league. So that would mean Otto going to left back, Mayela shifting to partner Koki.
Exactly that.
In front of the national team coach Hugo Bruce and his assistant Roman Kalele. There's the young men who regale the masses every weekend in the Reserve League. Stoppage in play, but focused intently on the game. Is there anything better than when you're coming up as a player to see professional football from this close?
Yeah,
Augusto Palacios.
Next to
so many have come through his hands.
Next to Palacios is Bob Maposa, head of Adidas South Africa.
Some of the non-playing personnel that we saw a little earlier on. We already identified Mohan Kota for you because it probably won't be long before he makes it into the senior team and is producing in the same way that a peer of his has today.
As he scored there. Just a bit of a mistime there from Nkwale. We've been singing his praises there. Solid game.
Yeah. There was the 19-year-old Mufokeng getting past the 18-year-old Nkwale. Also have to bear in mind that so many of these Spurs players have come through the Spurs ranks, meaning they're only playing top-flight football for the first time this season. Veli Bai, 21 years old, Saka 22, Cupido's 22 years old, Kwali 18, as we already mentioned, Liam Byrne 21 today,
Radio Pane, even with Saka.
Yeah. Liam Byrne, the man of the match contribution last time out. A decent shift today on his birthday, but replaced here by Spesihle Maduna, the man that they picked up from Amazulu. So he's getting a look in, brings some of that creativity. So they've had to sacrifice a more defensively minded player in the midfield to try and get better service to the strikers, and Maduna on his day can really turn it on.
Yeah, I think Ernest Middendorp just sensing a bit of momentum here from Spurs and trying to capitalize on that. Throwing a few attack-minded players. I think since the introduction of Rolani, we've seen that change. We've seen them taking control of that midfield.
Yeah.
You see the possession stats in the second half a little bit closer. Velibai has been menacing down that left-hand flank there, taking on the likes of Talent and Bata, as well as Monyani.
Here's Spurs debutant Farmer, looking long to the left-hand flank. Velibai. Maduna, Velibai again. Orlando Pirates have kept 4 clean sheets at home in the league this season. Last season they only kept 5, so they're on course to match their tally from the previous campaign, as this one comes in and turned behind at the expense of a corner by Maela, but I think it was a crucial touch with Radio Pane lurking. First corner for Spurs. Hockey gets his head on it. Had he not, it looked destined to fall for Butsaka. And how different things could have been. Butsaka with that snapshot in the first half hit the woodwork.
Even Kipiro's opportunity.
By the way, this season, Spurs have now hit the woodwork 9 times. It's the most of any other team, level with Polokwane City. So I guess there's a certain luck factor involved as well in every game that you contest.
Certain sprinklers before the game that's been sprinkled around the area as well.
Velibai getting it on his feet. Tanzanian international, although he hasn't played for the Taifa Stars for a good few years. Kapinga. Maswangani for Lipasa. Dion Hotto is the assist leader for Orlando Pirates in the DStv Premiership this season with 3. Cut off by Mayela. Kapinga for Mbata. There's Akeli Lepasa. He goes for it.
That's what strikers do.
Yep.
So you have to be greedy. Get an opportunity, strike on goal. Had opportunities, Lepasa. The message is clear. He wants to get on the score sheet. He has Hugo Bruce in the crowd. And he needs to fight for his starting berth in the Orlando Pirates side. I think it's fair to say that number 9 position belongs to Evidence Mahopa at the moment.
Not the best touch from Maduna. And there's off-field issues that Amazulu has found a home here at Spurs. Quarter hour to go at the Orlando Stadium. And as you mentioned not so long ago, Stanton, as long as it remains 1-0, there is still always a chance.
Just imagine what 3 points would have done.
Yeah.
Caught up with Richards Bay. They're still trailing, I think, against Chippa United.
Yeah, we're still 2-0 down at half-time. Latest update, still 2-0. Clever ball from Khalani. Look at the space here for Kamagi. Takes it on. Oh! It's a beautiful equalizer for Cape Town Spurs. What a goal! What a goal from the new signing.
What a cracker. He's ecstatic. We just said it, Grant. They would have feel they get something from this game as long as it stays at 1-0. Kamagi, very few goalkeepers would have stopped that one. Celebrations with the coach. You believed in me, I paid you back.
And not to say someone else might have not been able to play that pass, but here's the experience of Khalani. He takes over, he finds that perfect ball.
He's pulling the strings from deep in midfield. Khalani, brilliant first touch, needed a second one to get it under control, and smashed it with the laces through. Exactly what he wanted to do. Nothing China could have done.
Absolutely ecstatic. Well, was brought here on loan by Ernst Middendorp for a reason. And we said that he got about 2 or 3 weeks to work with him at Singida Big Stars all the way back in September of last year. And when they made their mid-season list of potential recruits, he was on it. They were able to go out and get him. Be at the club until the end of this season. And he might have helped them snatch a crucial point.
I'm not sure what that means at celebrations as well.
Will Orlando Pirates be dropping points again? 4 times this season, they have not come away with all 3 points when scoring first. And twice in the last 3 matches where they have scored first, they have gone on to lose. Now Spurs with the wind in their sails. Kamagi, the goal scorer again. Dispossessed. Kapinga for Lepasa. Hotto. Maswangani wasn't aware the ball was en route to him, and the chase is on here. Onside. Jane off his line. Crucially so. Radio Pane was racing onto that one.
The suggestions, China had both feet off the ground and showed studs. That's what we're reading from the bench. Everybody was up from the bench. And let's see. An attack from Orlando Pirates. Gone astray. Straight direct ball. Radio Pane stayed on side. And China, it did look like he had a stud up. Yeah, that was dangerous. That was reckless. The minute you show your studs, you can break a leg.
He comes away cleanly with the ball, which has helped him out in this instance. And there we go, Radio Pane explaining to the referee.
And he's right.
That's, yeah.
I believe he's right. Reckless, dangerous challenge. You don't want to see that in football. Fortunately, didn't get the full impact of Radio Pane.
And the goalkeeper in response, showing that he went with the side foot, which we know from the replays is not the case. Cape Town Spurs could spring another huge surprise here. Shocked Orlando Pirates, Greenpoint earlier in the season. The Pirates lost to Cape Town Spurs, by the way. Their tally was 9 points after 8 games and really made a poor start to the campaign. It's actually, at that point, was the second worst at that stage after collecting 8 after 8 games back in the 2015-16 season.
George Makhotse and his son back at Bidviz Wits.
Yeah. I guess watching the likes of Dion Hotto with pride this evening.
Well, he's always been a silent Orlando Pirates supporter, George.
King finding Hotto in plenty of space. Just ball in. And far too much on it. Well, some snaps from earlier in the game when Orlando Pirates fans would have been a little bit more content with what was transpiring in front of them. Now, yellow cards for Mbata. He's the only player currently on the field with a yellow card to his name. Kosmat Sibisi has already gone off, as has Liam Byrne.
He's been in the wars all evening, breaking down play, starting play as well, Talent Mbata.
Both birthday boys have been booked. Hotto. Still he strides forwards. Kapinga. Oh, not a good ball at all.
He was in two minds. He had Hotto bombing down the middle. Chose to go to Mofokeng. A heavy pass there from Kapinga.
Well, it's been 12 draws previously in the 45 league games these teams have contested in the PSL era. Unsurprisingly, Orlando Pirates dominating over the years. 24 wins to the 9 of Cape Town Spurs. And there's a huge gulf between them now, as reflected in the table and the fact that Spurs have only just come back into the top flights. But these two sides have had interesting tussles in the past. A title race in 2011 going down to the wire with these, the two main protagonists, as the visitors get themselves into all sorts of trouble.
So the goal scorer that was in 6s and 7s,
yeah,
was almost putting his team under pressure.
So Orlando Pirates will be making another 2 changes. Dlamini came on in their previous outing against Bulwani City. Miguel Tim has been absent since being sent off against Mamelodi Sundowns. He served his 2-game suspension and gets about 5 minutes here, plus referee's optional time.
And Miguel Tim always controlling that midfield with quick passes, breaking down play. Always breaking the line with his forward passes, and leadership, as you can see, comes on and barks instructions immediately. As Orlando Pirates seek to regain the lead.
It's a good ball forward from Dlamini, his first contribution. There's a nice neat one. Mofokeng goes sliding in, gives away the free kick. Orlando Pirates on 99 goals in all competitions under Jose Rivero. And the 100th in this particular context would do them very well. Just a single point would mean that they stay in 5th. SuperSport United, Stellenbosch would have games in hand, one single game in hand on them, and still remain above them if things stay as they are. It also means that it's very, very tasty, even tastier for the derby, because Kaizer Chiefs with a victory there could move above Orlando Pirates, which would not be possible if Pirates came away with all 3 points here this evening. There's Bata, dragged back, free kick Pirates. Dortley into the book. He'll be absent for the next game. Will Rushden Dortley. It's one that he wouldn't have wanted to miss out on. Western Cape derby against Stellenbosch. Munya. Dortley, not a good attempted clearance. Lepasa was right on hand there, but I guess not alert enough to prey on the scraps. As Radio Pane now goes shoulder to shoulder with Poki. He's helped out by Maela.
Fortunately doubled up there, Maela.
Yeah. Mufokeng Farmer is there to slide in and prevent the danger. Dion Hottenau for Pirates and Dlamini. Mufokeng once again. Little ball to Kapinga. And he's nudged over on the edge of the area. The crowd baying for a penalty, or at the very least a free kick. Nothing forthcoming from referee Eugene Mdluli.
There's a brave decision there from the referee. Just shoved aside.
Hands all over him.
Shoved aside, but the hand was in the face or close to the face. Brilliant shimmy there.
I think it only would have been a free kick, but still should have been awarded. Yeah.
In a dangerous position, you're correct.
So a minute of regulation time remaining here at the Orlando Stadium. Shake of the head, yeah. That pretty much sums up the feeling of many in this venue this evening. Well, they left the door open for Spurs. And Boshoff gets there ahead of Lepasa.
Boshoff has been doing well all evening, just anticipating that ball in behind the defence.
Yeah.
I think that in the first half, Spurs looking lethargic, but the changes that Ernest Middendorp implemented certainly brought a spring there. Like Savralani in the midfield there, pulling the strings from deep.
Otter's ball too strong. Look at Ernst Middendorp's reaction to seeing the board go up there from Cedric Mubali. Well, do you recall any particularly lengthy stoppages in this second 45?
Maybe Radio Pani going down.
Yeah.
China once. I think that was about it.
Ernst Middendorp has gestured over to Eugene Mdluli. He's held up 7 fingers and then questioned how it's possible. Yeah. Well, the number has gone up, so no good questioning that now. It just means that there's more time for potential drama here at the Orlando Stadium. Brings it down, does Mufokeng. Now Dlamini. Miguel Tim. Clips it towards Lepasa. Totally scrambles it away. Showing from Talentum Bata in the center of the park for Orlando Pirates today. Over the top for Lepasa, and he saw the flag out the corner of his eye.
That was good defending, holding the line there. Lepasa just looking to bend his run in between the defenders.
He's well on.
That was a good run there from Lepasa.
Yeah, Denman Farmer slow in stepping up, and Olani Hlachwa hasn't judged that one correctly. Putsaka for Spurs. Plenty of space here as well for Mapate. Radio Pane can't control on the edge of the area. Hoisted forward where Mufokeng will chase. Seized upon here by Dlamini. Mufokeng. Denwood Farmer gets a touch behind. So, a change here for Cape Town Spurs, and the sub is subbed. Raniopane will try Joff. Musa is on. You have to feel like that's coming together with the goalkeeper. It meant that he's not quite with it, Raniopane. And there from the corner, repelled by Bosov. Good chance for Pirates. Oki on the turn. Kapinga to tame.
Back-to-back saves there from Bosov, keeping the points alive. Had to be sharp, and sharp is what he was. The initial header from Maela. Excellent reflex save. Bit of a bobble there.
Yeah.
Well positioned to collect it.
That's a good stop, the first. The second just well positioned.
Brilliant one-handed save there from Bosov. Strong hand it was. Skokie done well to turn and keep possession.
Two and a half minutes left to play. Oh, Farmer! Did he clip the back of Lepasa's boot? At the very least, catch him in the back of the legs? Surely. Ernst Middendorp is furious. Well, the decision's gone his side's way. Oh my gosh, oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Orlando Pirates denied a clear penalty. Oh wow.
Second big call.
In comes the corner. Miguel Tim strikes it. Lepasa gets a touch. It was more instinctive than anything. He couldn't generate any power.
Now you are fighting for the penalty.
Some colourful language from Ernst Middendorp. But I think he would have been furious if that had gone against his team. So, massive controversy here at the Orlando Stadium. Tapela Poki should have been afforded the opportunity to convert from the spot, which he's done to such good effect this season. He scored 3 penalties in his last 4 outings, and he got one in the League Cup against Spurs earlier this season. Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't seen a clearer penalty in a while.
Yep. He was so close to it as well. He saw it clearly enough that he immediately pointed for a corner with such conviction as well. Oh, glad Eugene Mdluli is stationed between those two men. Just seconds remaining here. Orlando Pirates with a free kick. An opportunity to try and snatch the 3 points late on. Can it be kept alive here by Mbata? It can't.
You are ready to go home.
Bashov has pulled up some massive saves to secure a point here this evening.
There's a final whistle at the Orlando Stadium. Drama late on as the Buccaneers are denied a clear penalty. For so long they looked on course for 3 points after Mufokeng's 12th minute opener. But a goal from the Tanzanian Kamagi, his first for the club, gives Cape Town Spurs a point on the road. That's, you have to feel like the referee got it wrong late on. Lepasa kicked from behind by Denwin Farmer, and the appeals waved away. Stanton, your summary of this highly enthralling game.
Yeah, enthralling indeed there, Grant. It was a missed opportunity for Orlando Pirates to go to second place on the standings and move on to the Soweto derby with confidence. Confidence is what Cape Town Spurs will take from this game. Lackluster first half. Middendorp made a few changes, and in the second half a different side came out there, managed to get the equalizer, and they take a point away back to Cape Town.
Well, it's now the last 7 times that Pirates play a midweek game prior to the weekend's derby that they have avoided defeat, but this one will be a tough pill to swallow. It will feel a little bit like a loss as they drop 2 points. And Cape Town Spurs have managed to take 4 points off Orlando Pirates this season. It ends 1-1 at the Orlando Stadium.
Thank you very much to all our commentators in all 3 languages. 1-1 the final score here at the Orlando Stadium. The story has Orlando Pirates taking the lead in the first half, and then Cape Town Spurs responding in the second half. Right at the death, a big decision made by referee Eugene Mdluli to not award the penalty to Orlando Pirates. That will be looked at in studio in much more detail. Alongside me, I have got the man of the match this evening, Talent Mbata of Orlando Pirates. For performance, Jakob, what did you make of the game? It looked as if after you guys took the lead, you were in command, you were in control. It didn't quite work out though in the second half.
Yeah, I want to thank the whole God Almighty for receiving this accolade. And secondly, I feel like when we scored, we didn't take much the game to them. We were a bit slow in building up and whatever. And I think we took the goal lightly. We were supposed to get more because we were missing a lot of chances.
You go into half-time with that cushion. What are the words from the coach in terms of trying to just manage the game? Because it's not so long ago that you were in a similar position, having taken the lead right here, went on to lose that particular game.
Yeah, I feel like the coach told us what to do, and we were a bit slow in building it. And I feel like next game we must do better because it's a big game. And I feel like the team must do better and work hard at training.
You speak about the next game. It's a game where I'm sure you would love to be in that starting lineup. You've spoken this week about how much you're enjoying your time here at Orlando Pirates. The confidence you're getting from the coach, how would you describe that?
The coach is giving me too much confidence, and I'd like to thank him for the opportunity, but it all starts at training.
Congratulations, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
There he is, Talente Mbata, says after they took the lead, didn't quite perhaps stick to their guns and do exactly what the coach had asked them to do before taking that particular lead. As it is, Orlando Pirates once again take the lead here at the Orlando Stadium, aren't able though to win the game. Alongside me, his coach, Coach Jose Rivero. Coach, thank you for your time. How do you sum up that particular performance today?
A terrible one. One of our worst games ever. Difficult to swallow, difficult to understand. I think difficult in the beginning to manipulate the spaces, but we managed to find 2-3 times the proper spaces to be in advantage. But then we just stopped. We were not aggressive in the pressing. We allowed them to run comfortable in transitions anytime they have the opportunity. We didn't apply ourselves in the lost in their own half. And the second half, I don't know, we were waiting just for the goal to start to attack again. We were really passive, not taking any risk from the first line, not brave in the pressing as well. They found the spaces everywhere and anytime they wanted. So difficult to explain, a really bad game from our side. So yeah, it's time to be critic and for sure do it better the next time.
I've just spoken to Talente Mbata now, and he says that perhaps after taking the lead as well, very slow in build-up, slow in your approach to the game. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but we need to try. We need to be more brave. We need to be more dynamic, much more active, and not speculate with the result, because it's not the first time that this happened to us. And it seems that we didn't learn so much from the last time, starting from myself. So we have to be critic. And like I said, we have 2 days to prepare the next game, and we're coming.
All the best for the weekend, Coach.
Thank you.
Here's Coach Jose Rivero speaking of that next game against Kaizer Chiefs, of course, in the Soweto derby. And yeah, he has highlighted that it's not the first time this is happening for Orlando Pirates. If you go back to the last 2 games of 2023, they took the lead against SuperSport United, ended up losing that game. Took the lead right here against Stellenbosch, ended up losing that particular game. And this time around, for the first time in 2024 at home, unable to win, having taken the lead once again. Alongside me, the visiting coach, Coach Ernst Middendorp. Coach, thank you for your time. Your thoughts on today's performance?
Fully deserved a point for us. In certain moments I thought we should done have better. Ironically, we started playing better, and what's our potential when we were 0-1 down? Of course, 20-25 minutes, you get the waves, you get the pressure, you get the movement from the guys. We didn't do everything right, corrected a little bit in the game, and I think fully deserved coming back into the game was a 1 point for us. It's fantastic.
And perhaps a sign of just the growth of this team, and you correct me if I'm wrong, is the fact that having gone behind today, there was no capitulation, there was no sort of giving up, the heads weren't dropping. Instead, you were more comfortable, you were more patient in your build-up, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, it's just very difficult because it's a very young team, match management. You want to expect it from 21, 22. It's a bit difficult, but they do it. They listen to it. They transfer the ideas into the game, not jumping out and open spaces, in particular centrally, and wait for the right moments. And I think even in the first half, we had it in the second half also. And that is what is it about soccer. It's about really doing the right stuff in the right moment with the right timing. And it's a team. Chemistry is good, the social competence of every player in the team is good, and good. We have now in 3 games our points where we were looking for to get it out of it, to put the light on in the basement. And I said before the game, and I will repeat it, it's our job from the technical team side not to allow that we are going in a comfort zone. If you are living in a comfort zone, if you're being in a comfort zone, you lose your potential. And the potential, we need each and everything to 100%.
I want to go back very quickly to the equalizer. It came during a period where you'd made a couple of personnel changes, some tactical changes as well. Did you feel that last half an hour, Spurs were the stronger of the 2 sides?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. You must see, we played with a central defender after Jared. got cramping. He didn't play for a long time. He was not really with us. Rafik de Goede is not there. And then Sivivia and Gali took over the position. Farmer is with us for 3 days. There's a risk all in. We played in a 6-6 with Asanile and Chumani, 2 players who have been in the past winger, left and right. It tells you a lot about what we are doing, what we are expecting from our players with a certain responsibility. And if you have these 2 players, for example, in the center, you get dynamic central forward in dribblings, in finishing. And of course, don't forget experienced guys like Surprise Ralani. In the right moment, he knows where to pass, he knows what to do. And I think we have seen, in addition, exceptional 2 wingbacks today with Kadliko on the right and with Gadiel, who even scored on the left.
Congratulations for the point. All the best for what remains of the season, Coach.
Yeah, it's really, if we can make it through to stay in the league, in which way ever, that's the only target, nothing else.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.
Coach Ernst Middendorp, fantastic tactical approach. He did sort of apply in that second half, and it did earn them a point here at the Orlando Stadium. 1-1 the final score. And before we wrap up, we are going to have a bit of a chat as well a little later, and you might see it now, you might see it building up to the Soweto derby with a young man. You've seen DDC being profiled quite extensively this week, a young man who's from the DDC, starred